Hey, Dr. Brian Paris here, and today we're going to talk about pain and feeling. I know many of us out there experience chronic pain and we don't know what to do about it from an emotional perspective. It takes over our entire lives. The concept that we're going to work on today is called embodiment. Embodiment means feeling your emotions in your body. Now, when you break pain down into a neurological concept, it's actually experienced as an emotion. Pain is an emotional experience. Now, when we talk about embodiment, I like to break it down into a couple different sections. The most important piece, and this is a scientific word here, it's called interoception. Interoception means what I'm feeling from the inside out. The nervous system on the inside is broken down into two sections. The sympathetic nervous system, which controls your fight or flight mechanisms. The parasympathetic nervous system is our rest and digest. Both of those systems are in constant balance. Now, when we're in chronic pain, we're in a state of chronic fight or flight. When we live in this chronic state, it's stressing our bodies out consistently. So the goal is to help us move into a parasympathetic rest or digest state. So how do we do that? Breathing and our lungs are the best way to get into our nervous system. It's the way we can get conscious control of our bodies and have an embodied experience. So let's get into it. Now, what I want you to do is put your hand on your chest and your hand on your belly. Most of us breathe and we're breathing into our chest. So if you watch me, I'm breathing into my chest here. So if you're breathing into the top of your lungs, you're in this fight or flight state. Really what I want you to focus on is actually taking a deep breath into the belly here. And you can close your eyes. And this is the first step, really just to practice feeling the breath into your body. You could do it from a seated position. I like to sit in a nice square, even position here. Once you can master the belly breath, the next step is the 4-7-8 method. The longer I exhale, the more it fires off the parasympathetic nervous system. So if I'm exhaling twice as long as I'm inhaling, that helps me get into that rest and digest state. If I'm breathing very fast, it's putting me in more of a sympathetic perspective. So I like breathing in for 4, holding it for a 7 count, and then breathing out on an 8 count. Now I use what's called an ujjayi breath. An ujjayi breath is as if I'm fogging a mirror. So when you breathe through your nose versus breathing through your mouth, that also stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system. Now, I use this handy dandy little tool here, and this is called the Camuso design, the shift. You may have seen it. It was made by Camuso monks and adapted from there. The monks would be able to use this device in this same perspective. So I can take a deep breath in through my nose for that same count of 4, hold it for 7, but then I'm going to use this tool to actually breathe out on an 8 count. I don't know if you're counting out there, but you can see where I'm breathing out twice as long as I'm breathing in. Now, this can be used for fighting cravings or addictions. I've used it for different aspects of changing different habits and behaviors in my life, and I'm in that rest and digest state more than in that fight or flight state. We got a long life to live, and one of the biggest pieces to longevity, of course, sleep is important, nutrition is important, the way we move is important, and I would tie this into mindset and emotion. Like, how are we managing our emotions through our body? So this is embodiment.